Brian, where you're from and where you live now.
Akron, Ohio. Still in Akron, Ohio.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing poker and what got you interested in the game?
Well, family reunions, we always used to play nickel dime poker as a kid growing up, and then Hold'em, I would say, for the last 10 years.
Where did you start playing Hold'em?
Akron Poker League.
And what drew you to that game?
In Akron, there was really no place to play poker. I did a simple internet search, and the Akron Poker League popped up, and contacted them, and been playing there ever since.
What do you like about Hold'em over other types of poker?
The simplicity of it, you know, you're dealt 2 cards, there's different variations of different poker games, and Hold'em just seems to be, you know, everyone knows how to play Hold'em. Sometimes you sit down at a poker game and the dealer's choice, they'll pick out a game that maybe 2 other people at the table don't know how to play, and that makes kind of a hard time to play. So,
are there other games or anything else in your life that influences how you play poker?
no, I really wouldn't say there's anything outside of poker that would cause me to change my game up in any way.
What do you think people know about your style of play?
I would say I'm a very common sense, from the gut type player. Math, when I bring math into my game, it actually kind of hurts my game. And I think some of the other players that I've been playing with for a while pick up on that. So.
Do you think that when you play, that you're a play-to-win kind of player, or do you just play the game because you really enjoy the game?
It's a little bit of both. I think everyone comes to the game because they enjoy the game, but when you're playing for money, you definitely want to win.
How often do you play poker?
On average, I'd say once a week.
Is it usually tournament play, or do you like to play cash, and do you play online?
I did play online. It's always tournament. I am not very much of a cash player. Totally different beast there.
Gotcha. What do you think your strengths are as a poker player?
I would say patience. I like to wait for a hand. And then just knowing, you know, that you do have to wait for a hand. Patience, I guess, would be my biggest strength.
Do you have any weaknesses?
Heads up. I'm not a very good heads up player.
What's your favorite hand?
King 7. King 7's my favorite hand. I think it's a psychological thing. Online, one time I won a big pot with King 7, so I tend to play that, remembering that I won a lot of money off that one hand. And believe it or not, it's actually, every time I play it, the cards normally come up for me on that hand. So,
do you think you would categorize yourself as A, a Lucky Charm player, B, a winning or losing streak player, or C, a grinder, or D, none of the above? If it's none of the above, can you define how you would define your poker self?
I would definitely say winning streak, losing streak. It just seems to come that way. You can run off cashing 3 or 4 times, and then you can go 3 or 4 times with not even making the final table. So I definitely would say winning streak, losing streak.
How do you decide to lay a hand down when you know you're beat?
Again, I just kind of feel I'm a common sense type guy. If it doesn't make sense, I don't have a problem laying a hand down.
What are your thoughts about skill versus luck in a tournament, and how do you use that in your strategy?
Definitely skill, I say, plays more of a role. However, there definitely is luck in any tournament. Again, I just kind of wait for the hands to come along. I'm a gut player, so if I feel good about a hand and I feel good about the players that are in the hand with me, you know, I might try my luck on it and see how it turns out.
Would you consider yourself a gambler?
Yes.
elaborate a little bit more about that. Why?
It's just something that I've always wanted to do, something I've always done growing up, having 3 other brothers. You know, you were always betting on a football game, who could run faster, things of that sort. And like I said, family reunions, you know, poker actually was a really big part of the family reunion. You know, everyone made sure that we went to the bank to get our quarters, you know, so it actually was, I guess, a pretty big thing growing up in my household.
Who's your favorite professional poker player?
Scotty Wynn.
How come?
He's just very entertaining. I mean, he's a very active player. He's in all the tournaments, and you know, I just love the gold chains, the slicked hair, the talking that he does at the poker table. I think he's entertaining. He's great.
Does his style influence how you play?
No, not so much. I like to watch him. I think he's a lot more aggressive than my type of play is, and that's about it.
Do you have any towels that you know of?
Yes. My eye twitches when I get nervous, whether it's because I'm bluffing or because I have a good hand. My eye does twitch a little bit. So.
Do you think you understand poker strategies, theories, or the math? I think you mentioned a little bit. But
I do understand the math. It tends to get me in trouble when I utilize the math. I play from the gut, and anytime I've been trying to imply strategies that I've read in books, it actually hurts my game. There are some common sense math strategies that I do use in my game, but I try not to imply those too much when I play.
Why do you want to play poker being broadcast live on the internet?
It's fun. I love to play poker. It's just another opportunity for me to sit at a table, and it's something new in this area. I mean, it's fun to play on TV or on the internet, you know. So,
do you think that having players that you might play later on watching you play will affect how you play differently in your league?
No. I think my game's been pretty much the same for the last 10 years. Like I did go through a stage where I tried to implement more strategy, and like I said, it actually hurt my game, so I've gotten away from that. And I don't think having other players see me and see what cards I'm playing will change the way I play at all.
Do you think watching the replay of your own play will change the way you play?
That might, yes. Knowing what the other players had and knowing what I could have did different. And yeah, I definitely think that might change, you know.